Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. Oh, let me put subscribed only. Let me change that.
One upfront payment, 12 months of weight loss.
Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. Donations are open, no free readings. Well, payments. All right, let me see. Hi everyone who's here just listening in. You guys want to talk? I'll talk. If you guys don't want to talk, I'm not going to talk either. That's simple. Because I'm not going to talk to myself. Okay, thank you, Ben. Hi everyone who's in here, y'all. Y'all be weird as hell. I don't get it. Why don't y'all talk? Hey, Diamond, I'm good. You can go ahead and post your question. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, so let's see. All right, Spirit. SSB Day is Sunday. What would be his feelings behind Diamond not reaching out again this year? All right, the Ten of Wands. Hey, Jess, how are you? All right, the Judgment came out sideways, and I don't take sideways cards. The Moon, the Five of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Hermit. Hold on, let me turn this thing. Let's see, in bed with my Mickey. Put my hair in the rosy. Oh, you did, Jess? Yeah, good. All right, so how he's gonna feel with the Ten of Wands? I feel like he's gonna feel weighed down by it. Like, you know, birthdays carry emotional weight, regardless of who it is, right? And I always say this because, you know, some people don't care about their birthdays, but it's because they've had experiences where people didn't celebrate them. Or you have the people that do, like, are really excited about their birthdays. So, like, there's always an emotional attachment to birthdays, regardless whether you celebrate them or not. Um, the silence may feel like a burden or heaviness, like he's carrying like on top of everything else in his life. I feel like he may feel like the connection itself is hard work, or full of responsibilities he isn't sure how to face. Hi, Jasmine, how are you? Um, the moon, I do feel like it brings a little bit of confusion and uncertainty. Even insecurities will rise from this. He may start to overthink, wondering what it means, questioning possibly like your intentions, like letting his imagination run wild. So, like, just having a bunch of thoughts at once. Um, I feel like he won't have clarity. More so just a lot of hidden fears, and what if thoughts, right? So it's almost like I feel like he's gonna be thinking like, what if we were on talking, um, like if we were speaking or we were like, having some like communication, would she have reached out? So I feel like that's where his mind is gonna be at. Hi everyone, please like the stream. Donations are open. Um, the Five of Cups, of course, that to me is a card of disappointments, and regret. Okay, I feel like he's gonna feel the sting of being maybe overlooked, or focusing on what didn't happen rather than anything else that might be going well. I feel like this card, it shows him mourning the lack of acknowledgement, which is you not reaching out, right? Like you not wishing him a happy birthday. Part of the traditional decks that I don't even know. Google that. Google it. Um yeah, like he's gonna be like, I feel like it's good, there is gonna be great sadness here. I'm getting a lot of great sadness. Um like he lost out on a chance of like a warmth or closeness. So I do feel like even though there's uncertainty, there's also this sense of like almost like he doesn't really expect you to reach out. Like he would love to hear from you, but it's almost like in his mind he doesn't. It was surprise. I think he will be more surprised if you were to reach out, but you not reaching out, I don't think it's gonna surprise him. And not in the. I don't want you to take it like in a way that, oh, he's not gonna care. No, it's more so like because you guys are not on speaking terms right now, if, from what I'm getting here, and from the way he's acted, like maybe he knows like he's left things unclear. He's not really expecting it to happen. I mean, he would love for it to happen, but he. It's almost like I said, it will be more for him. It will be more like a shock if you do reach out. Um, with the Three of Cups, like I feel like on the surface he might distract himself by celebrating with others. I feel like he will be celebrating with others because the Three of Cups does talk about like celebrations. But again, I feel like he's gonna be putting on a happy face, being social, but underneath there's that lingering sadness. He might try to like drown the disappointment in fun or company. Like he might try to drown it out, but he's still gonna feel it, right? And we do have the fucking Three of Swords coming up, so the silence cuts him. He will feel a sense of heartache, rejection, or like the distance between you guys is sharper because of the occasion. I do feel like it hurts because the birthday is personal, right? Like I always, like I was just saying, like it's either you celebrate them or you don't, and even if you don't celebrate them, there's a reason why, right? Maybe disappointments from the past. Um, so it makes the lack of connection feel more obvious. Um, with the hermit, after all the noise and emotions, he'll retreat inward, I feel, because like I said, I do feel like he's gonna be out celebrating whatever that is. um like I don't know, is this how old is he gonna be? Is this like a big number, or this could be like one of those like end of the summer like cookouts or something? I'm getting like something outdoorsy that they're doing, so he will be in celebration. But again, I feel like with the hermit, it suggests that he's gonna, once like the noise quiets down. Oh, 52. So it's not like a major number. I mean, it's birthdays are birthdays, but you get what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like a 50 or like 60. um So, but I do feel like there's gonna be some type of like end of the summer. I'm getting like end of the summer celebration, like something like that. I feel like, so yeah, he'll retreat inward. I feel like he's gonna be pulling back, reflecting, and possibly isolating himself to make sense of how he feels. It could push him into deeper self reflection about the connection and what it means to him. So I feel like the main energy I'm getting is, again, he'll be more shocked if you were to reach out, but I feel like you not reaching out is gonna kind of solidify to him that things are just in a really bad place, maybe worse than he thought. um Show me the outcome. The Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. Let me see. Sorry, my nephew's texting me. um what the fuck? It didn't even text him. Hold on. I was over here typing, not looking. I didn't even text anything. Um, I feel like in the outcome, so with the Knight of Wands, I feel like after sitting in those heavy emotions, with like, I'm gonna point out the heavy, the Ten of Wands, the Moon, the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups. Um, I feel like, and even the Hermit here is a little bit heavy. It's not like a light Hermit. He won't stay stuck there. I feel like the Knight of Wands does bring movement to me. Is a card of movement. The ninth, they're all about action, especially the Knight of Wands. Maybe some like a impulsive in the future. I feel like he's gonna bounce back with determination, possibly motivated by this thing of not hearing from you. So instead of folding inward, it lights a fire under him. Like he suddenly feels he needs to do something. The Wheel of Fortune is all about like shifting, right? The card, is itself is all about cycles turn in your favor. What felt heavy at some point, um, and stagnants transform. Especially like if it would have been a stagnant card here, then I would say it's gonna stay stagnant. I feel like the disappointment triggers a turning point. um I also feel like with the Emperor, like he's gonna regain some type of composure after some time of being in the hermit mode. Instead of wallowing, he steps into authority and stability. I feel like he's gonna take the lead towards something, or it's gonna at least motivate him. So all in all, I feel like initially there is hurt, confusion, and sadness, but in the outcome, it just shows that his silence actually, like, I'm sorry, that your silence actually may push him. So like I said, he's not really expecting to hear from you, and like I said, it's not in a way where he's like he doesn't care, but I think that because of the circumstances, I don't feel like he's like in this. You know how sometimes you just know you're gonna hear from someone from your birthday, right? Like he's not in that place. So it would surprise him more if you did. But if you didn't, I do think that after celebrations are over, there is gonna be a feeling of what the fuck. Like I for some reason I feel like last year he may have felt that, like, he may have felt like, oh, like she's just being petty. But this time I think he's like in unknowing. So something is gonna be shown to him that things are just not really good for you guys right now. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Diamond. And thank you for donating. You're welcome. All right, Jess, you can post. Oh my God, this little boy, he is crazy. Last time, you know what he was eating at 12 midnight, Jess? Mint chocolate chip ice cream. All right, let's see. What does Jess need to know about her connection with Jay? Hey, IJ, how are you? So today he wasn't allowed to eat ice cream because he had ice cream 3 times yesterday. And not no little cups. So then he's like, dang, I'm not going to have ice cream today. I said, well, technically you did have ice cream today because you had ice cream at 12 midnight. He was laughing. All right, the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant. Y'all, I gave myself a reading today. And let me tell y'all, it felt good. Like, I felt good. I was like, okay, this feels like accurate. What does Jess need to know about her? I don't know why I feel like I need to reshuffle. Did I even ask the question? I don't even remember. Hold on. What does Jess need to know about her connection with Jay? I don't know why I feel like I didn't ask the question. I just like shuffle and the cards were coming out. What does Jess need to know about her connection with Jay? All right, the Judgment. The Page of Wands. How you make your chicken today, IJ? The Lovers. The Ace of Wands. Okay. The Three of Swords. The Death card. The Two of Wands. The Six of Wands. All right, you getting blocked. Goodbye. I love Jesus too, but get out of my channel with that shit. Because I feel like y'all just be doing stuff to just do it. It's a tarot channel. Don't fucking like what's being said. Get out. Get out. Like, that's simple. Because that's the third time he's posted that. I didn't block anyone else, right? Yeah, that's the third time he's posted that. Get the fuck out my channel. Like, I love God and I love Jesus. I pray to God every day. Don't come in my channel with that bullshit. If you love Jesus so much, go on your own platform and post that shit. I'm not against people posting about Jesus, but you already posted that 3 fucking times. Get the fuck out of here. Don't piss me off because you're just posting that to post it. It's a fucking tarot channel. Me either, IJ. Like, get the fuck out of my channel. Like, don't come on my channel with that bullshit. And again, I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about people that do that stuff. If you're so holy, get the fuck out of here. Yo, I saw a posted on the sharing that said we all sin like differently, right? But there's people who will judge, right? It was something like that, like about how we all kind of sin differently, but people pick and choose who to point like fingers at when it comes to sinning. Like, don't be on my channel doing that dumb shit. This little boy, what the heck? Um, Jasmine, so ice skin girl, he's a mess over here. No, he's not even talking about that. He's like wanting me to make lasagna, right? But I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna just make lasagna rolls because that's for tomorrow. Because sometimes I make a whole lasagna, and even if it's a small pan, like it just goes to waste, and I don't feel like wasting food. um, and he's like, yeah, but I don't want a lasagna roll. It's the same thing. I don't even know why I'm going back and forth with him, honestly. Um, and I like making lasagna rolls because I can make, I'll be like, all right, well, I want three because I'll have like one and a half today and then the other one and a half tomorrow. um, yeah, he a mess. Um, wait, Jasmine, you still in here? Yo, it's funny, just about 12 o'clock, he'd be like, all right, it's a new day. I want to go have ice cream. My sister gonna be like, bro. Then he like, yo, why would you tell them that I had ice cream at 3 o'clock in the morning? And I said, I mean, at 12 midnight. I said, because you did. Like, I said, you be snitching on me too. He was like, that is just not right. Um, so just starting with the judgment. Um, so the judgment is all about awakening. So I feel like you guys are right now, right? He's not wrong. Um, right now, the connection itself, it's going through like some type of cycle of awakening or truth, like some type of truth is being, it's still, I don't want to say it's still being revealed to him, but I feel like he's still in that judgment energy where it's like he's leaning more towards like that awakening, or he's already in the midst of it. Where, remember, I say like that tunnel, like you can't turn back, right? So I feel like he's still in the tunnel, but he's getting closer and closer, right? There's a push for clarity, rebirth, and answering the call to your heart. I feel like it's representing the big picture of your bond, which right now is transformative. So I feel like also too, like, because we do have the page of wands and the lover. So with the page of wands, there's a lot of curiosity, like that playful, youth, youthful like passion. It's still alive, right? Like there's still that attraction there. It's like the beginning of something new is what I'm getting, because the judgment is a rebirth, and for me the page of wands is like the early stages of like a romantic connection. um and I feel like even if things maybe don't seem like they're moving, or maybe you don't see like certain things that you're wanting to see yet, like there's a spark of newness here. So it's almost like when you first meet the guy that like when you first like, it almost feels like, all right, if we were to take away like that you guys had a past connection, this is like a new connection where he's like maybe still feeling a little shy, like I like that girl, like she's beautiful, I want to get to know her, but I'm still a little shy before I ask for her number, right? I feel like that's what I'm getting from that energy. um to me, like, there, like, again, there's like this spark of newness that keeps returning, and the connection is constantly being reignited. So I feel like I feel like right now we're still in the early stages of him like taking certain action, but with the lovers card, there is a deep bond here, right? Like soul level bond. And I feel like too is all about the decisions that you make, because it's not really him. Like the more we know, the more like consistent we are with our mindset. Like I meant to put up a post because I was talking to somebody today, and it's like they're doing a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I straight to her, I was like, this sounds so exhausting. All you gotta do is change your thoughts. Like you really don't have to do anything outside of changing your thoughts to manifest. Like it's not like too many people that I've talked to recently are working way harder, when it's like honestly y'all, like all you gotta do is change your mindset. Like that's how you, and that's why I say like affirming is a lot easier for a lot of people, because you are just, is the repetition of affirmations, right? That's easy to do. You're always thinking thoughts anyways. I mean, if you want to do that too, but it's just the back and forth. So I would say like keep like doing what you're doing. Just continue to make the choices of like what you want. And maybe like too, I don't know why this is coming up. Like I don't know if you've ever like, so like, all right, how I could put this is like anybody could say I want my person, right? But what do you want with your person? Like I don't know if you've ever written that down. Like I know that we affirm our outcome, right? Which is just writing down. I think that even if you were to write like a few sentences of like, you know, wanting like, I want to say like, I'm trying to think of how I could put this. Um, if you were to list out like what is, hold on, because I wrote something like this earlier. Did I? Was it earlier? Or was it the other day? Hold on. Let me grab that notebook. Go with your SP, right? And that could be like anything like we're in a loving, committed relationship where, you know, I'm spoiled. We're very communicative. Um, we spend a lot of time together. Like something like that. I don't know if you've done that already. If you have, then cool. But if not, just kind of do that, because I feel you don't have to affirm this, right? But I feel like if you have that goal in front of you, like in the top of your head, that's gonna be your motivator. And especially on those days where things feel a little fucking shaky. Because Spirit is talking about that lover's card. They're using it as a choice too, like the choices that we make. So just keep that in mind. Like that will be your motivator. Like, you know, whatever it is that you want. Because anybody could say, well, I just want that person, right? Person, but okay. Or like, I want them to love me. Okay, they could love you, but what else? Um, so that's where I'm gonna leave the lover's card. I do also feel, well, no, I'm not gonna leave it there, because to me the lovers is a surface level connection. I want to make sure that you know that. I think you know this is a connection that's very intimate, very magnetic, and about aligning with each other on purpose and heart. So I don't know. I feel like that might help you. I don't know if you've done that, just, and that's something that I meditated and. Remember, I told you earlier. So I told I told Jess I'm trying this accelerator thing because I wanted to create this accelerator course, SP course. So I'm trying it to see how it is, how it's gonna go. So I'll let you guys know the results. But um, yeah. So maybe just having that, because that, like I said, that's gonna use that as your motivator, your SP, like, or you know, even with money, like Because anybody could say, well, I just want the money. But I feel like the more clear you are, the better it is. You leave things vague, then your subconscious too is like, you have to be so fucking clear. Like, I told you the story the one time I was like, I need a grown ass man. And I swear the next day when I woke up, I had three fucking guys in my DMs. They were real accounts. They were grown ass men, but they were like, I was like, okay, when I say I need a grown ass man, I gotta be real clear about what the fuck I want. um, and then you have the Ace of Wands. You know, the passion, the desire, and inspiration are already here. I feel like this card is, you know, this is the card of, you know, ignition, of new beginnings, like the undeniable chemistry. So I feel like overall, like there's just this undeniable, like magnetism, chemistry, like, and not just physically, but overall that you guys just have, that it maybe feel fucking crazy. Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. You're not gonna affirm that. You're not gonna affirm it. No, no, no. You're not gonna have to affirm it. So that's just like, you just want to know what is my goal, and then like just because I feel like once you know your goal, like you just kind of like that. That's gonna be your motivator, like I said. But yeah, no, no, no. You don't have to affirm that. It's not about affirming shit on top of shit. No, that's just almost like when we did the SP course. I don't think I had a SP goal question there. That's something, like I said, came up today when I was meditating. So yeah, no, that's something you're just gonna write one time and that's it. Like even like the list that I told you how your person is gonna be, that's just something you write one time and you just know this is what it is. But maybe there could be a little bit of vagueness sometimes when we're asking for certain things. Um, so yeah, there's like undeniable chemistry, like this attachment. He's like undeniably, literally like, it's like, I feel like he may not understand what he feels like when he gets these little sparks, but I feel like he is starting to understand it, which is why the judgment card is there. So it's like, maybe, like I said, I think I've said this in the past, like maybe he's like one of those people that's like one and done, and like when I'm done, I'm done. But with you, that's not happening, and we know why. Um, Spirit saying the potential for a new beginning is still there, so don't think that it's not. The three. This is about heartbreak, separation, um, and I feel like they're just acknowledging that there has been pain, um, on both parts when it comes to this like journey, basically. Like I think that they're acknowledging like that there has been heartbreak, there has been hurt. um the connection has brought could have brought like certain wounds to the surface, and likely because it's important. So maybe like it did bring up like you may have triggered something in him in the past that he ran from it. Okay. But I think now he's more open and understanding that it's like, I don't want to run from this, I want to lean towards it. um I feel so, yeah, I feel like this, like right now the three of swords is showing that the depth of love between you both has also mirrored deep hurts. Like there's hurt here that's been acknowledged, and then there's also amazing things like the magnetism, like the passion, the chemistry, the love, like that's all there. You have the tower. I feel like, see, I feel like right now there is a sense of the shocking events that happen, like unexpected changes, or like that sudden ending that shook things up for you guys. Because this is showing up in the past, right? um it may show up again, it may show up like now, right? But I think if there was a tower moment for you guys in the connection now, it would just bring y'all closer, where before it just kind of separated y'all, right? Because no one knew how to handle things. um Yeah, because I feel like if it was to happen now, it would be more about clearing away illusions. And like, the tower, it forces transformation, right? It doesn't let either of you stay comfortable. So I feel like you guys will consistently grow, which for me that's normal, because I know people that have been married for 40, 50 years, and they'll say like the person of course the person that they were with when they first met them, they're completely different from who they are now, and they were constantly growing and transforming. And so for me, this is what is showing me like longevity, like you guys being together for a very long time. um when it comes to that, you do have the death card, which we know is confirming transformation. This connection is not meant to stay in the same form. It's constantly evolving. Like old cycles end so new ones can begin. The death isn't here. The death here isn't finality, it's rebirth. So you guys will constantly be growing. And it's because you are more consciously awakened. Well, you are consciously awakened. You will most likely take the wheel when it comes to that. So like, if something happens, like, you have to be able to bounce back, because he'll bounce back as fast as you are, as fast as you do. The Two of Wands is here, and is talking about choices about the future are at play. I feel like there is contemplation. I feel like right now he could be in this energy of like, where do we go from here, right? But it's not in a sense of like, oh, I don't even know what's gonna happen now. It's more so like, okay, it's more so about planning, and envisioning what's possible. This to me is showing that someone is looking at the bigger picture and weighing options, and not options as in people, but like, okay, this could work, or I can still focus on this but still focus on my relationship with her. Like, we can grow. Like, there's a lot of potential here. I just got to get the ball rolling. Um Despite the challenges that you guys may have, like, the Six of Wands is showing there's potential for success, recognition, and victory. um I feel like, this card is of being seen, acknowledged, celebrated. And I feel like that's what he wants to do with you. Like, he wants to celebrate you. It comes out a lot in the channel readings. Um, I feel like this connection is going to move into some type of triumph, some type of success. You have the Knight of Wands, and this is all about movement, right? Um, I would expect some impulsive energy coming from him. Like, very impulsive, and I think what he's trying to avoid is being hot and cold. um I feel like I feel like talking about both of you guys, like underneath all the you guys may have at times, there's still drive and attraction pulling things forward. So like, no matter what happens, is like, we're still coming. um the star is all about healing and hope. um Running through this connection, no matter how broken it seems at times, or no matter if there's always a sense of light at the end of the tunnel. Oh my God, and we talk about that. The card is saying the connection has divine support, and the renewal is inevitable. So I feel like, and I use the end of the tunnel and the beginning, I feel like he's gonna come out of that really, really soon. The Four of Cups is here. I want to clarify. Hi, Anila. How are you? That's too many cards. The Eight of Swords. I feel like you both could be in your head right now. Yeah. Because I feel like illusions, someone could be feeling left out, like not knowing what's next. I think it has both of y'all in your heads. Um, so just be mindful of that energy, because we know, like, is that card of things that are happening behind the scenes that you're just not seeing right now, because you're not meant to see them there. But I will say, just try to get out feel like you both are in that energy, or could coming up in that. I feel like it's now. So that is what I have for you, Jess. So overall, like this connection is meant to evolve. The spark never dies with y'all, and I've always said that. Like if anything, it grows, it continues to grow, especially like his feelings, right? There is still a lot of hope here. There is still like that inevitable feeling. Um, you know, there's there catalyst for new beginnings. So I do feel like it's happening. Like it's happening at any time. And thank you, Josh. You're welcome. I'm chilling too, Anila. I'm good. I had like a real productive day. Yo, y'all, this man did not post on his birthday. IJ, if you're here, go ahead and post. He didn't post nothing, yo, nowhere. Like, yes, I did. I did lurk. I don't care. I haven't lurked in over a month and a half. I had the right to lurk. I haven't lurked in like, yeah, over a month and a half. So I had the right to lurk. Oh my god. I cracked myself up. Alright, got you, IJ. I was updating my what's coming towards you deck. I'm gonna change the name of it too on the thing. And then um I'm gonna oh yeah, no, that wasn't her clothes. That wasn't the question. I think hers was what does she need to know, right? Was it? Oh my god, that fast forgot. Um yeah, what does she need to know about her connection with Jay? Wait, what you want you still want the question you posted, IJ? Just want to make sure. I gave myself a reading today, y'all. Like it was real good. Like I was able to tap in. And I'm not like, there was I mean, no, it was a good reading. It was a good reading. Okay. What can IJ expect in his connection with Nat? Alright, the tower. The Chariot in the reverse. Okay. The Death card. The Four of Cups. The Two of Wands. The Three of Cups. The Nine of Wands. What can I expect? His connection with Nat. The Moon. The Page of Wands. Alright. So I'm about to... Um... Sorry, I'm getting a message for you, but I'm also trying to finish this message. Fuck. Alright, so really quick, um, I'm gonna pay and get a strawberry protein shake. Um, I wanna say being mindful of unpacking in like certain phases of you guys' connection for too long. Like, yeah, try not to unpack too much, and like, not, I wouldn't say, yeah, I try not to unpack and stay in. There's gonna be a lot of different phases that come up for you guys, but I feel like there could be some slowing down of the energy because of too much of where your awareness is at. So just be mindful of that. Like I've always said, like, we count everything as a win. To me, everything is a win, but we also don't want to unpack where unless we have our full manifestation. I hope that makes sense. That was something that just came in. The Tower, for me, I feel like expect sudden shifts, revelations, or disruptions. Something in the connection may be shaken up, likely to clear out what isn't stable. It may feel intense at first, but it sets the stage for rebuilding a stronger ground, stronger foundation. The Chariot in the reverse, to me, it feels like movement forward may feel blocked or stalled. Um, exactly. Like, I told just all of this before. Like, people used to be like, oh, like, just because they viewed your story, like, that's a birds before landing, and it could be, but to me, I'm like, I still count that as a win because it shows progress, right? Anything that shows progress, but you don't want to keep hyper focusing on that, because then what you're gonna be experiencing is just those signs for a long time, for weeks, months. Some people stay in that energy for a while. You just want to make sure acknowledge it, and then keep, continue to affirm and persist for your end goal. Um, so I feel like, and this is probably why it was coming in, because that Chariot in the reverse does show some sense of like block or stalled like movement. There could be some sense of like, I don't want to say frustrations, but could be, or delays, or moments where it seems like the connection isn't progressing as smoothly as you'd like, or isn't really progressing as you would like, right? It can also mean that both of you are struggling with control or direction. So there could be a bit of a power struggle coming up. I don't feel like it's a power struggle. I really feel like there could just be some stagnant energy that, again, we don't want to unpack. We want to acknowledge everything as a win. So we're going to acknowledge everything as a win. We love it. And the more we see certain things, the more it should motivate us. But again, I do know, like, from being, like, especially when I was in that group, like, people will stay in that. That's why I was like, yeah, I feel like I've been stuck in that, and like, we're another sign, another sign, another sign, and I'm like, yo, I don't even give a fuck about signs. Like, I want my full manifestation. So like, again, we still count it as a win, but don't unpack and look for it. Like, don't unpack and look for those signs that show like that she's still interested, because that she is interested. That's, even if she wasn't liking stuff, she was still interested. The death card is here, so I do feel like transformation is inevitable here. Expect the endings of old cycles and patterns, and the opportunity to complete for a complete rebirth, right? And how you both approach the connection. So the death card alongside the tower means big changes that redefine things. So let's just say things go quiet. They're just quiet, right? We already know, like, that's happened before. She's gonna come out of that quietness. So just, again, don't unpack and stay there, because the longer you do, the longer you'll stay there. Um, it's like, I could give you an example. When I go on vacation, if I'm just going for like the weekend, I'm not unpacking my stuff. Like, I'm living out of the suitcase. But if I'm when we go to Puerto Rico for 3 weeks, I do unpack everything. We make sure that we get like rooms with closets. So I do unpack because we're gonna be there for a while. But that's the way I could put it for you. The Four Cups is here, so there could be a little bit of like emotional withdrawal. Um, be mindful not to focus too much either on what's what's like, how can I say it? Like, what's lacking. So so the same way we don't want to unpack and stay in like the signs, the what we call BBLs, birds before landing. You know what birds before landing is, right? I think it was the Navy. I think they would know when they were like close to land because they would see the birds. So that's what birds before landing is. Like, to me, birds before landing is like, you could use that as like a sign of like your manifestation is literally right then and right there around the corner. So I would say too, with that being said, try not to focus on what's lacking or what didn't happen, that you maybe felt like there was gonna be immediate change. um, Keep focusing again on your end goal. The middle shit don't matter. um, Arnab, read the description. That's, yeah, if you read the description, you guys have to read the description. That's what just posted up there. um it lists all the payment options. um yeah, and not necessarily like focus on you, but focus on your mind. Like, I said this, I think earlier. I said it, I don't think you were in here. Like, I did a call today where the girl, like, she's just doing so much shit that I was like, yo, this will make me feel anxious. There's so much work that she's doing. And I literally said, girl, you like affirming? Do you feel good with affirming? Yes. I said, so then that's all you need to do. Right? So for me, I will say, like, it's not necessarily focusing on you. I mean, yeah, focus on you, right? But it's more focusing on your mind. Like, continue to affirm, whatever you do. I would say only have two different ways of doing, like, your manifestations. I like to keep it easy. And whatever that is, your form of repetition, keep doing that. Like, that's all you have to worry about is changing your mindset. Like, if something is not showing up yet, is clearly your subconscious not as impressed as we may think sometimes. Because I know for me, sometimes when I'll lack off, or not always, but like, I'll lack off when I start to feel good. But that's the thing. That's a natural shift. And if anything, that's where you're supposed to like really like really go ham. So I would just say like that, like yeah, not necessarily oh my god, you gotta focus on you and you only, but I would just focus more on like your thoughts. Like that's what creates, that's the only thing you have to do is literally change your mindset. Um yeah, if you sent that like that, that's a donation. I'm not honoring that. We just told you not to send that. You guys are just, y'all don't care. No, you can't because I said that's not a form of payment. You sent that and that's it. Like, I'm not honoring that. I'm not honoring that. Y'all heard me tell that person, right? We literally said there is, we don't, I don't accept that. That's on you. You sent it when we told you not to. That's your loss. I'm not gonna deal with this. Sorry, IJ. Now the Two of Wands is here, which the center of the reading is planning, right? It's all about the future. I would say, expected period of looking ahead when, like, deciding which direction to take. Um, I'm not gonna say it's standing at a crossroad because it's not. This is more about like literally creating a plan for the future. So I feel like you both will be, this is the main energy here, even though like this is why I think that they're saying like emphasizing on like just focus on your mind, like on your thoughts, on your affirming, however it is your repetition, focus on that. Forget about the other stuff that's happening. Um you got the Three of Cups, so I do feel like positivity comes back in. Not that there's gonna be negative stuff, but there's gonna be there's still some stuff that has to clear up here, and especially with that Tower and that Death card being there. Um, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of lightheartedness coming up, a lot of like joy, moments of happiness, moments of togetherness. So like having certain conversations or like her laughing at stuff on your Instagram. Um, so yeah, I feel like after maybe a little bit of energetic challenges, things start to like phase out. Okay, good, IJ. You have the Nine of Wands, which is all about resilience, right? So despite any setbacks that you may think are happening, both of you are pushing through and like you're refusing to give up on the connection. Um, you, as long as you're persistent, she's gonna be persistent too. I do feel like there could be still some walls up because the Nine of Wands for me is like when you have like a little, like I would say like a little glass door that you could see through. But there's determination not to like walk away from this connection. um we have the sun. I'm sorry, this is the moon. So the moon for me is letting me know like again things are working out in your favor behind the scenes. um all right, you know what, I'm done. You have to read the description. If you go to the description, everything is listed there. All right, whatever. So I feel like there are things that like are happening behind the scenes like we're not seeing. Just be careful of like not creating illusions that don't work in your benefit. So like, all right, this is something stupid. So like, let's just say she posts a picture of like, I don't, I'm trying like of a man, right? But it's not really like, it's just say like it's a celebrity. I don't think that she would, but this is just an example, right? She posts a picture and the guy looks nothing like you, right? So now you don't start thinking like, I'm not her type. Okay, it's just false illusions here. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is all about staying grounded. I feel like, again, there's still transformation that's happening, and I feel like, I feel like actually there's not even the transformation that's coming up. I feel like you guys are already in that transformation. So I feel like you guys are coming towards the end of like this tough cycle. So it's not like we're going back to like, we're reverting back to like a tough cycle. No, I feel like you guys are still just navigating through this cycle, or this, like, transformation. And I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, it's just saying like, continue to stay grounded. It is a card of a manifestation, so like in the end, you are just not seeing your manifestation coming in. It's gonna come in almost unexpectedly, like her following you, that was so unexpected, you were not even thinking about that. That's how I feel like she's gonna do something that is also gonna feel unexpected. Yeah, like you guys are, and I wanted to emphasize on that, I meant to say that earlier, it's not that you're about to go through that, like you already are there, but now I do feel like more calmness is gonna come in. But if you see a little bit of back and forth, a little hot and cold, like there's no need to worry. You got your shake. All right, so let's see. Oh shit, I just heard your self concept. Oh my god, I just heard your self concept. So if you've been working on your self concept, like bigging yourself up, I feel like that's what this is about. I don't think it's necessarily anything that, I mean, we'll see if there's anything that she wants, but it's not because of her, it's because of you. Like, you know how I've been saying, like, yo, people been coming out the woodworks for me, and I'm like, yeah, I know what it is. I have an affirmation that says, why is everyone chasing me all of a sudden? Like, I forgot all about that. I think next month we're gonna do affirmation. Like, why is my person so obsessed with me? Like, I want to try that. Like, I want us to try an affirmation because it just sounds funny to me. I can't believe that I did that affirmation. Like, I just added it to my soul concept, and then it was like, I'm like, where the fuck is everybody coming from? Yeah, see, it's you. Because for me, like, there's magic that's being created. Like, what you're working on is kind of, you're seeing results through other things and people. Um, Now why is everyone tossing my salad left and right? Oh my god. Just is gonna have those fake sugar daddy, sugar mama pages chasing her in her DMs. And by the way, the money one I want us to do to the end of the month. I said, why not? We got till the following Sunday. All right, what's going on with this? See, the world is about attention. So I feel like I know that when we ask tarot is because we're looking at the 3D, but I can't help but remember that I'm not just always a 3D reader. I feel like the work that you're doing is attracting people to you. You're gonna have not just her, like not just people that you know, you're gonna have random people like liking your post that may not be following you, but like maybe came up on their feed. like women, you're gonna see certain things that may feel like there's gonna be a lot more to unfold with, like, even those, the ones that you do know, um the ones that you do know, because of your self-concept. So I do feel like overall it's like it's all about your your confidence. Yeah, look, the seeds that you're planting is bringing in other attention, and I'm not surprised because I learned this years ago. I think, I'm sure Jess has heard this too in the community, where it's like when you, just the same way that we'll get, like, somebody just starts affirming for their, like, for money, and then all of a sudden they lose their job. Well, good things happen too, right? So, like, the same way you can see your person's name all over, all of a sudden that you started manifesting them, then you start to get other people that are coming in too, which is, this is where some people, like, kind of, I don't want to say fuck up on, but then they get stuck on these new people, or like even like past people that are coming in, and they'll be like, oh, well, they call it something better, right? But that's so, like, law of attraction ish. So I feel like that's coming up for you. Like, you're gonna be getting a lot of, like, female attention from women, and it's almost like you have to, like, obviously, like, I feel like it's just temptation. So I don't necessarily feel like she's like, yeah, she could be. I'm not getting that from her. I just think that also too, there's a certain awareness there that you got to take your awareness from. Um, Especially with the Judgment and the Six of Pentacles. Like I said, you're gonna have multiple people coming towards you. Um, I feel like you're very you're coming up as very attractive to these women. There's a lot of, like, magnetism, that, like, so you're being very magnetic. So yeah, like, for me right now, it just feels like the same way you're getting that attention, you're also getting outsiders attention. Anything else? Yeah, pull your energy from it, basically, is what they're saying. Like, don't look back, don't look, just, again, like how you said, keep your eye on the prize. Everything else is irrelevant. Like, what it is, like, in your subconscious mind. It's all about your subconscious work. So I do feel like it's more about your self concept that's coming up, that is naturally bringing these people in. So that is what I have for you, IJ. I'm trying to debate, should I get a channeled reading today, or should I wait for tomorrow? I know I want a channel reading, but I'm trying to, like, space them out a little. One time I got like 4 in a week, and I was like, yo, I gotta chill. I gotta chill. I wanted to get another reading with that reader that I did back in July, but I'm also like, girl, did you do what you were supposed to do? And thank you, IJ. You're welcome. Just, you can post. What I can't really see from this phone. What payment type did he use, IJ? Can you, like, from what country? I can't really see the symbol. Like, why would you still send that when we told you not to? Like, that blew my fucking mind. Like, I wanted to I wanted to snap, but I decided not to. Oh my god. I just figured it out, IG. So he sent me $1. I'm gonna get 2 cents from that. That blew my mind. We literally said don't send it, and he still did. The thing is, I wanted to open up the super chats, right? For the people that don't have the PayPal, like they don't have those payment types, right? But this is the thing, it just creates more hassle because the people that do fucking have those accounts are gonna want to just use super chats, and I don't want to do that. Like I only wanted to do that for people who absolutely cannot send through any other like forms of payment. Um, but it just creates more hassle, so I just was like, nah, I'm good. All right, what does Jess need to know about her manifestation? Wait, Jess, earlier you said you support what? Wait, didn't you say something about supporting? Maybe you didn't. Yo, not tossing your salad left and right. Maybe you didn't. Okay, I thought you had when I said I want to get a channeled reading, but I'm thinking should I do it today or just wait like till tomorrow? I think you said I support it. I don't know. Maybe I was reading shit. What does Jess need to know about her manifestation? Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, but that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind, but people then take advantage, like the regulars. Like that's remember the time where I was like, don't use only use like Cash App if you don't have PayPal, and then like people just did not give a fuck. Like, and I'm like, y'all send me money, y'all send me donations through PayPal all the time. Like, what the fuck is going on? That's why they shut down the account. And I was like, after a while, I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I literally was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, it was just too much, and like the people just not giving a fuck either. What does Just need to know about her manifestation? You know that I think it's in a commercial that says coming in hot. I just heard that. The Six of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Death card. The Death and the Tower been out. Like, y'all, I feel like we gonna be seeing some major shifts. We're gonna be seeing some major shifts. Yo, next to each other again. Yep. Earlier it was the Tower and then the Death card, right? I want some pasta. I want to try this. Let me see if I find this so I can send it to y'all real quick. I'm trying to look it up on Google. have to check. I think I saw it on TikTok. Let me see. What the fuck is it called? Let me ask my nephew. And opposite. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. It was like the opposite. So do you know what commercial I'm talking about? Just that be like coming in hot. I think it's like I gotta see. I'm sure it'll come up on my timeline. It always comes up. So right away with that coming and how we got that eight of wands with the four wands. They're like things are gonna be moving fast, right? In the or this is how I'm put it. How spirit saying things are moving fast in the unseen. There's a lot of momentum building, communication is coming in, results are on the way. Your manifestation are like gaining speed even if you don't fully see them yet. Okay. um the four wands is like that stable joyful outcome is lining up, is that card of celebrations, union, like coming back home. The feeling, again, the feeling of home. They're connected to your desires. So for me, like, let's just say it is like him, but also your money is like, yes, I'm coming home. Like, oh wait, just gonna be up at 4. Not but now. You still work. Remember your Etsy shop. So that's something to have just for you, like a mindset. And I don't know if you don't have that right now, but for me, I used to be like, yeah, well, now that I'm not working, then I used to be like, wait, I am working. Like I work for myself. Like what the fuck? So that's a good mindset to have now. Like I'm still working. I gotta run my shop. So that was just a random thing that I was wanting you to know. Your manifestations are literally pushing toward fulfillment and happiness. What you see right now with this moon might feel unclear or even like deceptive. So the 3D may look confusing or contradictory, but it's just illusion. Okay, trust your inner knowing more than appearances. All right. Um, got all these damn shakes. Yeah, because you work. Like you work for yourself. You need to like get your um the Six of Cups is here. So to me, your manifestation, you're manifesting reconnection, right? Comfort, um, past returning in a renewed way. We know that's Jay. So this card is like confirming nostalgia based desires, like reconciliation, past love, or old wishes resurfacing. So there is that reconnection with you and him, right? The Six of Wands is all like that victory card. Victory is yours. Your manifest leading toward recognition, success, being seen, just being celebrated. People are gonna notice your energy shift in general, and your desires are on track to be fulfilled in a way that feels like a huge win. Um, the death card, this is like the old version of your like self concept that are dying. Your manifestation require you to shed limiting beliefs, doubts, or attachments to the past. um Transformation is happening so the new reality can emerge. So like there's still like, I would say, like kind of like what I told IJ is like there's still some old old layers that are shutting, but it's not for bad, it's for good, right? The Tower, again, expect breakthroughs. Some of your manifestations are gonna shake things up suddenly, but it's because it's removing what's unstable. um I feel like you already went through this with like certain things collapsing, like like losing your job. um I feel like that's already happened. um but and like they're saying like it was there was a dramatic shift here, but it had to happen. Like it was only to clear the path, um for the reality that maybe you've affirmed to a certain extent. Remember how I said like a few months ago you wanted to focus more on your Etsy shop and you just couldn't, right? Like they didn't give you the days. So it's like even if you didn't consistently affirm for it, it worked out for you, right? Like that was just a passing thought. Like maybe you thought about it a few times here and there, and that's why maybe it didn't happen like right when you thought of it, but it happened a few months later where it's just, you know, that was meant to be removed. The Queen of Wands is here, and we know like this is she's very powerful, she's magnetic, she's again my entrepreneur. um so they're saying you're in your power. You're again magnetic, you're very attractive, and you're commanding your desires. So continue to be confident about your desires, your wishes, your manifestations. This card confirms that you literally have the energy of someone who receives what she wants. Confidence is key for you, and because the Queen of Wands, she always gets whatever she wants. um the Magician is again, this is another card of like you already have everything you need to manifest, right? um I feel like if you tweak things here and there, as long as it's not a big drastic thing, like you know, like that, like writing your SP goal, like what is your goal with your SP, right? Be more specific. Like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship, but how is your relationship, right? I feel like again, because when we're doing vague shit, like we're gonna receive vague as results. And this is why sometimes when they say you need to prioritize your manifestations, because honestly, if you don't prioritize things, your subconscious mind won't either. um so I feel like with the Magicians, like you already have everything you need. This is a card of like full confirmation that your words, your thoughts, and your focus are creating your reality in time, and you're the one directing all of it. So like you're deciding what's happening. And I know sometimes like we get caught up in like, well, I never like even thought this thought, but there's things within us. But I feel like as long as you focus again on your end goal, you do what you have to do, you persist in your, you know, the affirmations, we already know what's gonna happen, right? And just look at the progress that you've had up until now. um the Ace of Swords is all about breakthroughs and clarity. um Coming up, I feel like that moon that's up there with that little bit of fog, um is gonna fade away. Like you're gonna start to see undeniable evidence of your manifestations like taking form. The Eight of Swords is here again. Be mindful of your limiting, self-imposed limiting beliefs, thoughts, fears. It's all illusion. Get out of your head. um Unless it's good, right? So again, redirecting your thoughts. The only thing that can block you is literally your own perspective. um you're more free than maybe you realize. I think that's really for like all of us. But yeah, like there's more freedom here than you may realize. Like don't stay in your mind. um the Queen of Swords is here, which is all about detachment and clarity will help you. The more you embody like that energy of wisdom, boundaries, like inner certainty, the more your manifestation kind of lock into place. And I don't, yeah, I want to say more because I feel like the more clarity you have, the like I said, that whole fucking thing where I said I need a grown ass man, and then all these old heads was hitting me up, and I was like, what the fuck? And I remember one of my friends, this is before I even, or I had just found, yep, I had just found Sammy, so I never really even looked too into law of assumption. I just knew certain little things. um but I remember one of my friends saying, she's like, girl, if you're giving something to the universe, you better be fucking clear about it. Like you better say dark hair, tall, tattoos, like looks like this, like you gotta be clear about it. So I feel like the more clear you are on certain things, you're just gonna see more of that coming in. But you're showing up as the queen of two queens here, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, very confident. um so overall I feel like expect like fast movement from your manifestations, towards union and celebration. You may feel confusion or illusion in the 3D, but the truth is everything is transforming exactly as it should with that Death card in the Tower. You are in a seat of power with the Queen of Wands, Magician, and the Queen of Swords. Your confidence is your confidence and clarity will keep you aligned. Um, the cards show breakthroughs, reconnections, and um, success unfolding soon. And I feel like the only warning here was that that moon and that 8 of Swords. You know, um, don't let illusions shake your belief. Your role is to stand firmly in that queen and magician energy, knowing the power is yours and the outcome is basically inevitable. It has to happen. What you persist in is what's gonna happen. So that is what I have for you, Just. You're welcome. All right, guys. If anyone wants to donate, donations are open. I might close out soon, so just FYI. Well, not might. I am gonna close out soon. So just get a channeled reading or not. Get one or not. Get one. Do I wait? Do I do it? Do I wait? Oh my god, I cracked myself up. Yo, I do have, let me see. Yeah, I got a quarter right here. Hold on. What do you think, IJ? Should I not? Wait, I didn't even say what was yes and what was no. Okay. So y'all tell me, what is yes, Just? What is yes? Alright, heads is yes and tail is no. Oh wait, you said tail is yes? Okay, tail is yes and head is no. Oh my god, that didn't even flip. Oh my god. Wait, I don't even think I know how to flip a coin. I don't. I don't know how to flip a coin, y'all. Let me. Oh, but maybe because of that. Oh God, I don't know how to flip a coin, y'all. I don't know how to flip a coin. Oh my God. Okay, landed on heads, so that's a no. I don't think I know how to flip a coin. Oh my God, I don't know how to flip a coin. How do you flip a coin? It stays stuck on my finger. Maybe I try with like a penny. Do I even have a penny? Do I own a penny? I got a dime. Who's in here? Who's watching us? I thought you just chuck it in the air, but it's like landing exactly how I threw it up. Now this one landed. You know what? Let me just mind my business. Think it's a sign to mind my business. So technically, wait, let me see. When did I get when did I get my last channel? That's what's gonna make the decision. That's what's gonna make the decision. Oh, it's been a week. No, it hasn't. Oh wait, actually it has. Yeah, it's been a week. Oh yeah, I could do it. Oh my god. That made me excited. Okay, I could do it. It's been a week. Last Wednesday. Wait, you said just pull a wand card. It's a yes. Girl. You know what? I was looking at I did get a reading on Friday, but I um I haven't done a channel in a week. That's a good. That's good because I was getting like two, three in a week. It was like, oh my god. Oh, you know what? My universe messages. I'm gonna have to. Can you come back tomorrow for those because I am in the middle of working with them and I have them separated in some piles and I can't mix them up because some are maybes for me. Like I'm adding some, but then some I'm like rewriting. So they're all like I have like 3, 4 piles, and I can't mix them up right now. But I'll be live tomorrow, so you could just come in and do them. I meant to tell you guys that. Well, I thought I was gonna be done before the live. All right, perfect. I got some good stuff on in there now too. Like I just wanted to update them. So you can post your question. Justin, that is spicy though. Nah, I knew you was getting a regular. Don't be shy, Jess. Moon Goddess, you could post your question, boo. Um, all right. Jess, we could close. We could start. We could do close at 11, 10. Yo, the mid airdrop, yo. Hi Carly Love. Yes, you do. Oh, let's see. All right, this is her Moon Goddess. How does Derek feel since seeing her? She was kind of distant. Girl, I feel like he wants change, but may feel like it's gonna take a lot of work. Like, I feel like he gained some type of clarity here from seeing you. Yeah, see? He wants to have some type of equal give and take. Let me get some more. Mm, yeah. No, all payment options are in the description. There, I don't have Cash App. I keep hearing that Chris Brown song where he says, "Live your life, live your life." That's probably like the only song I don't really know all the way. That's for you, Moon Goddess. I don't know. There's something about, yeah, live your life, live your life. Yeah, he felt your distance too because that Three of Swords and the Two of Swords, I don't think he knows how to handle it. Like, I feel like he's um confused. Like, I think he expected you to be a little bit different with him. Um, yeah, you see. All right, you could close it out, Jess. I'm gonna close it out with IJ. Um, I feel like there's something that like a mental shock of clarity when he saw you. You triggered like fresh realizations for him. Like, his mind suddenly sharpened and he saw things differently. I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, again, there's like he felt a shift in the energy. Seeing you made him feel like fate was at play. Like, this wasn't random. Especially if you guys didn't plan to see each other. I feel like something about it gave him a sense of destiny, like cycles turning, like something inevitable. At the same time, the Ten of Wands is here, so it's like he felt the weight of it, almost burdened by his emotions or responsibilities connected to you. Like, he may feel like the connection is hard, or like he will have to work hard to get back in your good graces. Um, with the Six of Pentacles, I do feel like you stirred a desire in him to balance things out, um, to reciprocate maybe like the energy that you once gave that maybe he wasn't reciprocating. He may have realized he hasn't given enough, and that's what I feel like. It's something brought him clarity as to like, damn, I really haven't given enough to this connection. This is why she's like this, right? um or he could have a pull to like show up in a way that's more fair, more generous, again, reciprocating what you've given. um but the Two of Swords, it just feels like after that initial rush of clarity, he went into indecision. His heart felt pulled one way, but his mind is being pulled another. I feel like he likely froze, not knowing what choice to make or how to act. The Three of Swords, I do feel like it hurts, and like I feel like seeing you kind of triggers some sense of like separation and like pain, a sense of longing. His heart felt a sting, for sure, of distance and maybe regret for how he's acted. Like there's a lot of unspoken emotions here. The Three of Wands is letting me know like he is also starting to think forward. This is the like, okay, what's next? Like where do we go from here? Um, hmm. He's looking ahead, not just back, but I do feel like he's wondering how this could progress. Okay. The Page of Wands for me, like underneath it all, you did spark excitement and curiosity. Obviously there's attraction here. There's desire. um like it almost felt like this is gonna sound so cheesy, like a teenage crush type of vibe resurfaced for him when he saw you, and like his crush just walked in, like, and he's just like, damn, I was not expecting to see her. So that's what I'm getting from him. Like, I feel like seeing you did, like, it shook him awake, but it also weighed on him because of the distance and his own indecisions, right? I think that still he left like with feelings of curiosity, attraction, um looking towards the future, um plus a recognition that balance is needed. Like he's definitely recognizing that you may have given more than he did. So in short, there was a sense of clarity, weight, longing, and attraction all at once. But like he didn't have a neutral feeling. It wasn't like a, oh, I just saw her, it is what it is. Something moved inside of him, and I feel like he definitely felt your indifference, and I feel like it stung because the King of Cups is at the bottom. So to me that means that like your indifference like stung his emotions, like they stung him. And thank you, Moon Goddess. Yeah, come back tomorrow and I got you with the universe messages. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me?